And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. Mondongo de Puerto Rico. Mondongo. This is like beef tripe. Beef tripe. Puerto Rican style. I have about 2 pounds here. And what I have done for the last few hours is I had them in water, cold water, and it's about quarter cup of vinegar, white vinegar, because this has this smell like feet, I think. That's the best description. It's a natural smell. See that honeycomb stuff? And that beautiful? So that's what I'm cleaning it. I want that kind of smell to minimize. And what I'm going to do, because I wash it, I'm going to rewash it again. And this time around, I'm going to do it slightly different. Let me take some of the vinegar stuff out. Smells normal again. So you rinse it out, that vinegar stuff, okay? Now that I rinse it out, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some lime. If you have lemon, go with the lemon. I prefer the lime. I'm going to squeeze it. One big lime might be sufficient, couple small ones, because this is going to continue giving the cleaning that you require. And this, you don't have to leave it out for a long time once you do the lime stuff. So I'm going to leave it out, let's say for about half hour after I put this lime stuff. So I have a pot, relatively large, water, and I'm going to boil this pot because I'm going to add the mofongo here, the tripes, because I want them to soften, okay? I want them to soften. So I'm going to leave them here for about 2 hours. In fact, let's put sufficient water because I don't want the water to completely evaporate. So you're going to cook this for 2 hours. I still have about 17 minutes left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to very quickly introduce you to some of the ingredients. They're going to be in the description with the amount I'm using, etc. So let's start. I have some peppers, half of a red bell pepper, half of a green bell pepper. This is optional, but I like it because it gives it some character. I have some olive, optional, 5 garlic teeth with a smash and a chop. For final touch, I like to have, a few strings of cilantro and a couple of leaves of culantro. Culantro looks like that. If you don't have it, just add another leaf of cilantro. This is for the final touch at the end. Couple bay leaf, salt to your taste. This is annatto oil. Link in the description on how to prepare this. Takes about literally 30 seconds, a minute at the most. But you can use, if you don't have annatto oil, go with extra virgin olive oil. Sofrito, link in the description on how to prepare this Puerto Rican style sofrito. Tomato sauce, a grated Roman tomato. Look at this. Natural, no canned stuff. I have my own Sazon, literally, and this one is annatto or achiote. So I have a tablespoon of turmeric, tablespoon of annatto ground, then a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of smoked paprika, teaspoon of ground black pepper, teaspoon of coriander, and about a teaspoon of dry oregano. I have here what we call in Puerto Rico the vianda, which is in essence, and I will put the amount that I have in the description, but I have like potatoes. I went with the white potatoes because they can sustain long boiling times. I have pumpkin, whatever you want. I have ñame, yautia, yucca, malanga. I even have a couple, actually one corn cup. I just broke it in half. Carrots, nice color. And I also have this nice looking green banana, which I haven't cut yet because I don't want it to get dark, but I will when it's ready to be cooked. I also have half of a large yellow onion, which I chop. Optionally, you can use another meat to complement. You just have to cut it or whatever. Some people use beef. Some people use pork, turkey, chicken. I'm going with lamb. I'm going to use some chunks of lamb. So this lamb, which is part of the lamb, is a neck, lamb neck. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it in chunks. This big. So I boiled the mondongo for about 2 hours. They were 2 pounds. That doesn't mean that's 1 hour per pound, like I stated earlier. If you have like 3 pounds, you might do 2 hours. If you might have 4 pounds, you might do maybe 2.5 hours. It depends. It's not 1 hour per pound. Like if you have 5 pounds, you're not going to do 5 hours. You know what I mean? Maybe three. But anyhow, I'm going to remove it. See how nice? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook some of that baby. I'm going to cut it. You see this thing here? Some people leave it. Some people trying to scratch it out a little bit. It's up to you. I remember seeing it. Stuff is hot. You can scratch it out. I won't even bother. I'm just going to cut it into pieces. Medium high. Use a pot that's big enough to fit everything, okay? So I'm going to start with some annatto oil. This is about a tablespoon. This is not just going to cook things, but it's going to add a nice color, okay? Let it preheat for a few seconds. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to brown this lamb. And I'm going to do this for about a minute. You can add a pinch of salt to the lamb. Let it go for about a minute, okay? About a minute later, move them out of the way. If the pot is too small, just take them out for now. Onions. Getting that sofrito ready. We add the sofrito. Mix those flavors. Going to add the peppers. They're larger like that because I want them to be noticed. You can chop them if you want to, or you can avoid them. Let me mix the meat too. Yes, oh, this smells so good. Looks beautiful. The garlic. Oh my goodness. Now what it comes is the tomato. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. I had some chickpeas that I softened it a couple days ago for something else I was cooking. I had some left that I didn't cook. Why not? Let me add them now. This is optional, you don't need it, but I had them, so why not? Let me add the mondongo. And I'm going to mix this flavor for about 30 seconds of mixing. Let me start adding the viandas. Hopefully I can fit them all. If not, just grab a little bit of everything. Get the meat up. Time to put some of the water. Let me start with 5 cups. So it's kind of 5 cups is covering enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sofrito. See, the color is already nice. I could have added earlier, but I'm doing it now. Not sofrito, I'm talking about my sazon. Sazon, not sofrito, sazon. And I could have done it earlier, but I wasn't sure if the color was going to turn right, correctly. So I'm doing it now. Natural color, not the dyes that they use in Sazon. Now it comes the salt, but before I do that, let me add some olive, about 10 here. Optional, some people don't like olive. Bay leaf, 1 or 2. And some salt. Some salt. Salt to taste. And you're going to cook this until the potatoes and the yucca and carrots are cooked. They're going to tell you when they are cooked because they are soft. You're going to pinch them and they're going to be soft. So I had this couple notches above medium. And I'm going to cook this for about 45 minutes to an hour. Because you want the mondongo to soften more, okay? Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Make sure you cover up, okay? Last 5 minutes. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. What I'm going to do, the island touch. You know what it is, right? The earthy aromas and flavor. And accomplish this by pulling a little bit of cilantro to the end. That's 5 minutes. If you have cilantro, put some. And you're going to let this cook for another 5 minutes to get those aromas in place. Let's check these things out a little bit. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's been 55 minutes, and I know because I already pinched the potatoes and the carrots. They are ready.